Hey man, look what I bought. A friend of mine, a real OG, says it's going to the moon. Wait, you bought Dogecoin at an all-time high after it went 10x. Next time, please just throw your money in the trash. Whatever, man. This time it's different. And I'm hodling. It's going to 1K, at least. $1,000 Dogecoin. Do you even... that kind of a market cap? You're getting wrecked. Why are you so bearish? Elon tweeted that he's gonna bring Doge to Mars. To actual Mars. It ain't when Lambo anymore, it's when Tesla. Listen, it's called FOMO. It'll probably dump soon enough. The chart is full of pump and dumps. And no, those are not corrections. You should just be stacking sats instead. Or maybe you're just spreading FUD. Okay man, just don't invest more than you can afford to lose. I've got bags so big, I'm almost a whale now. Oh, well, good luck with your gains. Hi, Ante here. If you're new to the crypto space, chances are you didn't quite catch some of the lingo in this conversation. And if that's the case, it changes today as I bring you explanations of most frequently used crypto slang out there. Let's begin with everybody's favorite thing, all-time high, abbreviated ATH. Although not really used in the crypto space exclusively, it indicates the moment when an asset reaches its highest price point ever, so fairly straightforward. Now, very closely related to all-time high is the phrase to the moon, which represents an extremely bullish movement in an asset. It can also be used in different forms, like for example, Bitcoin is mooning. Examples of that can be found all over the place, and it usually follows a period of high exuberance in the markets. Next, another important term everybody should be aware of is the one we've just mentioned, and that is bullish. It also comes with its counterpart, bearish. Bullish and bearish describe market sentiment at any given moment, and they're derived from bull and bear markets. Bull market represents market or economy conditions which are generally favorable, whereas bear market represents the opposite. So when we say that something's bullish, we want to say that the prices are expected to rise in the future. And if we say that we're bearish on something else, that means that we think they'll drop. Arguably my favorite one is HODL. This misspelled word is actually an abbreviation for hold on for dear life. It's been in use ever since a trader used it on a forum post in 2013. In fact, that first use was a simple typo by a drunken trader basically explaining how buying and holding BTC outperforms trading. And even though it is a widely accepted definition today, it was only later given a hold on for dear life addition. People use it during harsh market movements as some sort of mantra that helps them endure gut-wrenching bear markets, but also it sometimes describes a never sell mentality, even during extreme bull markets. Nevertheless, always make sure to take at least some profits along the way. Moving on. Getting wrecked means to suffer losses from a failed investment. It's derived from the word wrecked, which is used in gaming when someone gets annihilated during a game. Losing money is unpleasant however you put it, but especially so in the crypto space, where altcoins tend to experience dumps of even 90+% during bear markets, so keep in mind to manage your risk accordingly. That brings me to another pair, which is pump and dump. Pump is same as to the moon, an extremely bullish movement, whereas dump is an extremely bearish one. But they can also be used in combination, or pump and dump, which is when a certain coin pumps, but immediately afterwards dumps to around the same level. Do you know any such coins? And corrections are slight drops in the market value of an asset after a pump, so not every pump is followed by a dump. Whales are people or institutions that hold a large amount of coins or tokens of a certain cryptocurrency, which makes them a powerful entity, as they're able to manipulate its market value by selling and buying, and thus take advantage of the market's reaction. In case of Bitcoin, a person holding over 1,000 BTC is considered a whale. One of the most dangerous emotions to encounter while trading or investing is FOMO, which means fear of missing out. In most cases, it occurs when a certain coin or an asset pumps, and then one starts to invest way too aggressively in order to not miss out on the opportunity, But the reality is that the opportunity has probably already passed. It's just too difficult to realize that. Many, and probably all new investors have at some point experienced FOMO and because of it lost some money. But the good thing is that the FOMO effect tapers off with experience. Next in line is FUD, F-U-D, meaning fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's used in the crypto space to discredit the intentional spread of misinformation. So when someone is saying that a coin is going to zero based on something someone else tweeted last month, which has no base in facts whatsoever, we say that they're spreading FUD. And a person spreading FUD is a FUDder or a FUDster. Stacking sats simply means acquiring more Bitcoin, or its division, Satoshis, or sats for short. Another funny one is when Lambo, which is a substitute for when are we going to get rich. In the past, a Lamborghini has been a crypto millionaire's trademark, so when you get some real cash out of the crypto space, you should always buy a Lambo first. Just kidding, you should be wiser with your investments, but if you do have extra money, what the heck. However, you might even consider a Tesla, because ever since Tesla bought Bitcoin back in February of 2021, that phrase started to change to, you guessed it, when Tesla. And a few quick ones to wrap it up. Holding bags means owning some coins or tokens of a certain cryptocurrency, and if you do, that makes you a bag holder. Making gains means that your investment is turning some profits, and if you're an OG, you probably already have a Lambo, as it means you're an original gangsta and that you've entered the space a long time ago. Basically, if you've gone through an entire Bitcoin 4-year cycle, you're officially an OG. Now that we've covered that, feel free to watch the intro again, listen to it with a new pair of ears and see what you make of it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next block.